Hi guys, Kalmier here once again, and today I'm going to be working on the cactus farm. These are the first three cactus that I got during my first Let's Play episode, and so I'm going to let those grow, and while those are growing I'm going to go ahead and work on building the cactus farm itself. And the method I'm going to be using is based off of Ethos Labs. If you're familiar with the monster grinder, he's the same one that did that. So I'm going to be using that kind of design, but I'm going to change it a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. And now I've kind of been putting off the cactuses because it's pretty much everything's pretty much the same. I mean, you get a cactus, you put it on sand, you put something above the cactus so when it grows it breaks, and then you put water flow underneath to kind of put it wherever you want it to go. So there's not really a lot of tricks to use. Ethos Labs, his method I like because you put the water on the corners and it pushes everything towards the center. And I also like he uses a design where you have 4 cactus, if these were cactuses. He would put a block that has signs in the middle. And so that way if this cactus were to try and grow, the sign that's on this block would actually break the cactus. And so it forms a nice little way of controlling 4 blocks with 1 in the middle. So this would be considered 1 row or 1 column. This is basically 1 cell. It would be these 4 block or 4 cactus. So what you do is you figure out how many cells you want, or how many rows or how many columns, and the formula is number of rows times 4 plus 1, or number of columns times 4 plus 1. So I'm going to go with 4 rows and 4 columns. So 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. So I've marked out a 17 by 17 square here, as well as I've also marked out the center. And so that's where all of my cactus are going to basically come out of. This is in the center right there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by actually building the border. And I'm going to go too high because that's how tall my character is, so this ensures that I can at least walk underneath it. I'm going to have a bottom layer with water and an upper layer with water. And you'll see those in a little while. Basically the corner is going to be the upper layer, and then when they start to flood out, they drop 1 layer to the bottom layer. So I've gone 4 up. If you'd like it a little higher off the ground, you can go ahead and do that. And so this is where my border is going to be, and I'm going to build this around this area that I've marked off real quick. Okay, and now for my particular project I actually have something planned for underneath this. So I'm going to build a cobblestone ring around the bottom. Okay, and again the cobblestone ring isn't needed, that's going to be for a future project. However, the middle block you do need something here, and I'll show you that whenever I build the rest of the floor. Okay, and the way again that this is going to work is you're going to have the corner, and that's where you're going to put your water. So the water will actually go from here, and it's going to go outward. Okay, and we actually want it to drop 1 level. As I mentioned, this is going to be the upper level, and then halfway through it's going to drop a level before it gets to the middle. So this needs water goes out 8 blocks. We're going to go out 7 so that the 8th block is where it drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and it's going to be the exact same thing on the other side. And it's actually going to be the same for all corners. 3, 2, 3. Okay. So basically this goes all the way around in that manner. And the way we want this is basically whenever you put water in a corner, as it goes out, it kind of forms like this weird fan or this like step, this thing that looks like steps. So we are going to actually kind of copy that so that it looks like that. Okay, and we're going to do this with all 4 corners. Okay, and so this is all the first layer. When we put water here, it's going to flow out that way, and it's going to drop off where each one of these gaps are along this edge, and the same thing for the other 3 corners. Now again, Ethos Labs, he does this method where he builds this entire floor, then once he places the water, he digs out where the water stops. For a smaller cactus farm, that would probably be easier, but because this one is so big, as you can see, you'd be digging out quite a large hole. So for this size, I think it's a little bit easier to just kind of pre-plan ahead. And from here, what we're going to do is anywhere that there is no block above us, we are going to put a block on the next level. So there. And we're going to continue this way, and basically just anywhere that there's an opening, we're going to fill it in with a block. Okay, and as I mentioned, I put this torch dead center. I'm actually going to go ahead and dig that hole back out, because that's where everything's going to drop out right here into the center. And let me go back up top, and we can take a look at what we've created. And let's see, if I put this dirt block there, so that's where everything's going to drop out. And I'll go ahead and show you how this water works real quick. So as it flows outward, it's going to drop off of each one of those little gaps that we dug out, and as you can see, it's all flowing this way. However, when you add all 4 corners, it actually pushes everything to the center. And so now everything is being pushed right to the hole where the dirt block is, and that's where our all of our cactus will fall to. Alright, and so I actually think I'm going to pause this real quick right here, because setting up the cactus actually takes a while as well. So I will show you that. I'm going to go ahead and put the second video up as soon as I'm done with this. It's just going to be a continuation, and I will be right back.